Okay, we rolling through the east side right now. The east side of Long Beach. We're approaching 19th and Myrtle right now. So we on Myrtle on 19th. I'm about to go to the hood on 20th and Myrtle, like Dad Dillinger said. Let's see. th and Myrtle right now. I'm about to make a right on 20th Street, going eastbound on 20th Street, approaching MLK. That's a nice Spanish house for sale right there. Here's the dairy. You can get your chili cheese fries. Actually, chili cheese fries. Chili cheese Fritos and their hot dogs. The chili dogs. Let's see. What's next? We're about to hit Lemon right now, Lemon Avenue by Kings Park. Let me hit the corner right here. This OG, he got the clean card. He worked hard and he earned them. Okay. I grew up in this park. Grew up in Vest Park also, over there by the blue line. Here's Kings Park, here's the parking lot. I'm not going in. I'm just cruising right now. Mid-century building. At one point, there was an outside pool and an outside basketball court. I'm 34. I remember that when I was a kid. This guy right here to the right, he always had RVs and stuff. Always working on RVs and stuff. Been like that forever. Old timer keeps his car clean. He keeps his house clean. Let's see. Let's see, I'm about to turn on Cerritos. Going eastbound 20th to northbound Cerritos Avenue. This area between Orange and Atlantic has tons of palm trees. There's that old house. Straight ahead. I think 1924 or something like that it was built. Now we're on 21st Street. Yes, 21st Street. The infamous 2-1 in Lewis is coming up. Harold Brown from War lived at that house on the corner with the wood fence. Nice bug. Here's 21st and Lewis right here. Warren G made this this corner infamous. And the Regulate. His song called Regulate. I was in 7th grade when that song came out. Here's Pacific Winds Art Studio. That was like a lawn care place. Here a lawnmower center. That business is in Signal Hill now, but that family has ties to this area. Dating back, over 60 years ago. They were in business already right here. That was 20th and Myrtle. Now I'm approaching 20th and Olive. I grew up over here. There were back in the 90s. There were rock houses all over here. People coming in and out all over the place. And I remember walking to Poly and seeing all the crackheads walking towards the crack house. And you know, some women, they'll be coming from working on PCH. Guys will be walking down the street with stolen merchandise. I remember back in 1999, my window of my Bug, the 59 Bug, and the crackheads broke my window and took my stock Honda Civic radio that my sister gave to me from her 1994 Civic, and they stole my damn radio and they broke my window. And the thing is, my door was unlocked and they broke my freaking window. I'm at 20th and Linden right now. 20th and Linden. They got their doors open. They standing in the street. Use your brain. We're on 21st in Pasadena right now. Now we're about to approach Elm Street. I'm about to hang a right on Elm Street. Now, growing up in the 80s, shit, we had to stay off Elm Street. In the 90s, my mom was like, we ride our bikes, but don't go down this street. Because this street was active. One of those rowdy streets had all these apartments right here. We used to just look down the street. It seemed like a lot of action was going down on this street. 2159, 2163, 2179 Myrtle, Elm. This is Hill and Elm right here. I'm about to go east on Hill Street. No tourists, no, I see. That old man right here, his house burnt down. He had another house off of MOK, and I think 8th Street, and I think the city knocked it down, or something like that. To my right is the old here's Burnett Library, and to my left is the old Burnett Elementary School. It's called Smith Elementary now. I went here, my daughter went here, my brothers and sisters went here, my nephew, my niece, they all been through here. My mom worked here. I have friends that work here now. Oh yeah. One of the first elementary schools in Long Beach. That gate is closed. I'm on 23rd and Linden. Now I'm about to hit Burnett and Linden. Burnett Street and Linden Avenue. Oh yes. My earliest memories are from over here, because I was literally born at Memorial and lived behind Fabulous. I'm on Burnett and Atlantic. We have that fish market. It's good. It's not bad. It's been there a long time, but back in the 50s, it was a drive-in called Switzy's, and only the old timers know about that. I know about it, but a lot of people that was around in the 1950s are not here anymore. And if they are over here, if they are still with us and still alive, they don't live over here. They done moved out. They like, we ain't getting no fuck out of here. Anyway, to our left, we're approaching Fabulous. Fabulous been around forever. They're closed right now. Hopefully they'll get back. They'll be back in business again. It's sad to see this place closed. It's sad to see this place closed, but shit. Juan been the cook here forever. Juan been here forever. Now I'm cutting through the cut of the drive-through just for old time's sake. And I see people staying back here. You got the little camp. Back in the 80s, we lived at these apartments right here. Apartment C. And it seemed like there was a lot of fires over here. Growing up in the 80s, like I said, I'm 34 years old, and being a kid in the 80s, looking at the fire trucks and, you know, never left the 5-block radius. It's like, it seemed like there was fires all in these alleys and shit coming up in the 80s. 23rd Street in Lime. So the address that we stayed at in the 80s, and my earliest memories are from right here at these apartments to my right. 2287 Lime Avenue, Apartment C. Back in the day, man. Yep. We're on the 2000 block of Lime Avenue. I remember the homie Kabure stayed across the street. Let's see. So now we at Hill and Lime. Hill and Lime. I'm about to make a left on Hill Street. I'm going eastbound on Hill Street. We got Hill and Olive. Now, this is where we spent most of our lives growing up, from 1987 to 2008. Hill and Myrtle. We stayed right here, and then we stayed at this house to the right. 1987 and 2008. Now we at MLK in Hill Street. A lot of kids used to get bused, used to stand over there at the bus stop. Now here's another rowdy corner. This is Hill and Lewis right here. Hill and Lewis. Those days are over. It's quiet now over here, but shit. It seemed like something always was going down back here. Hill and Lewis. This is the old train tracks. We call it the ditch. Some people call it the swamp. The swamp. And people say a pig man lived over here. They made a park over here in a bike path. So I'm cutting through the back right now. All I see is fuck. I'm going to go down Lemon once I get back onto the solid street. Damn, it's bumpy. Okay, I'm on Lemon right now. Okay, made it back to Lemon. Made it back to Lemon. And we roam in 90806 right now. If you didn't know, That's the zip code. I see a First Student school bus. I might try to work for that company in the summertime. Anyway, that's a Trillia Scott Lane. Okay, we're on 20. Actually, we're on Lemon. I keep saying 20. We're on Lemon and Salt Lake. Here's Salt Lake, and here's the dog in the street. We're on Lemon and Salt Lake. We are on the 1100 block of Salt Lake. I'm about to make a U-turn and go back down. That bridge was, I think, made in the 1930s for the Pacific Electric, and I think it's not the original bridge. I think it was the new bridge at the time. So this is, I'm going westbound on Salt Lake, 90806, 1100 block. This is one of those infamous streets also growing up around here on the east side of Long Beach. And a lot of people might dog our neighborhood and shit like that, but there's a lot of hard-working people over here that do what they're supposed to do every day. And we just have more knuckleheads over here than other neighborhoods. Other than that, we do the same shit that everybody else do. The guys play with the cars, women decorate their houses, the kids go outside and play. The old timers go to the coffee shop, donut shop, and hang out. The badass kids hang out together. The nerds hang out together. So it's the same thing. So, and we got wild dogs all over the place. We're back to Hill Street, going westbound on Hill Street at Myrtle Avenue. Hill and Myrtle. We're about to cross. Here's First Providence Church. And that's the Great Deliverance Church, Reverend Bryant's church. Reverend Bryant he has to be the longest serving pastor in Long Beach, period. He's been around since the early 60s, and he's not slowing down. So that's amazing to see a pastor working in Long Beach for that long, since the early 1960s. This is Atlantic and Hill Street. Used to be a donut shop here, a movie theater, also old brick apartments, a liquor store. All that was knocked down for new housing. Okay, we passed the Burnett Library again. Spent countless hours there. Oh yeah. We used to walk over here when our house on Hill Street, Hill and Myrtle, we used to have fuses still. The house still had fuses. So it seemed like my mom put the washing machine on and boom, all the lights go out, and we would never have enough fuses, at the house. So we would walk over here to the AM Market on the 2200 block of Myrtle Avenue. Myrtle of Long Beach Boulevard, and we will pick it up. This whole shopping center got destroyed during the 1992 riots. And I remember watching the local news and seeing the owners of the AM Market on the news talking about their store being burnt up. I remember this was Friday's at 2201 Long Beach Boulevard. I remember when it was Friday's Beauty Supply. I came up, like I said, in the late 80s, early 90s. So yeah, I know it used to be a used car place or a new car place back in the day. We just crossed the train tracks. We over here on Locust and Hill Street. Hill and Locust. I'm gonna make a right down Locust. I'm going northbound on Locust from Hill Street right now. And it's a one-way. You can see everybody who's coming in. It's a one-way. You can see everybody. It gets rowdy over here. I don't know, well, it did. I don't know about these days, but a couple of years ago, we got pretty rowdy over here. Okay, what 100 block I'm on? I'm on the 2300 block of Locust Avenue. I'm approaching, what is it, Eagle? I think it's Eagle. I'm going westbound. Let's see. Yes, it's Eagle. I'm going westbound on Eagle, and that kid is out in the street. I'm on Eagle and Earl Avenue. Earl Avenue. Going southbound Earl at 23rd. Look at that Spanish house. That's awesome. And this is a one-way also. I'm on the 2200 block of Earl Avenue. Lots of Spanish apartments mixed in with mid-century apartments. We are approaching Hill Street right now. Hill Street. I'm about to hang a left on Hill Street and go eastbound on Hill Street. I'm about to hang a right on Locust, and I'm about to go southbound on Locust. So we'll be at 21st and Locust in a minute. So we over here on 21st and Locust. I think the Long Beach police killed somebody over here not too long ago. It was a tragic event, and I think the guy who got killed had they say he had a fake gun. So it's like, that's too bad that the young guy, and he went to Burnett also, now called Smith Elementary, and that's too bad. I think my mom knew him, and that's it's a tragic event, you know. And these guys, they came from the same area I came from. They walked the same streets I walked. So it's like, that could have been me if I was his age, you know. So that's too bad. Go ahead. Okay, we're on 21st and Pine. You old timers would know this used to be a Lucky's right here. It's now a Northgate Market. And this Ray and Rory Market right here to my left. That's an old time store, old time pharmacy. The architecture is amazing over here. Now, Wrigley starts at Pine Avenue, officially, and it goes all the way down to Anaheim Street. But people say Wrigley starts at PCH, but it actually starts at Anaheim Street, according to an old newspaper from the 70s. Now, I'm on 21st in Chestnut right now. This Spanish architecture is amazing. Oh yeah. And then now this neighborhood on Eucalyptus is a historic neighborhood, and the houses are has a lot of original things that always stuck with the house. Here's Magnolia at 21st. I'm going westbound on 21st. Daisy Lane Christmas Parade happens here every year. Been happening since 1954 or 55, when Councilman Ahern, at the request of constituent, planted Christmas tree-like trees down the middle of this street. And as you can see, those trees are gone. They were at the end of their lifespan. So they're gone. It looks different without them. I'm now making a right on Hill Street, going eastbound on Hill Street. I'm about to make a right on Magnolia, and I will go southbound on Magnolia. Going southbound on Magnolia. Magnolia, I think the name of this hospital back in the 40s and 50s was Magnolia Hospital, I think. But it's a rehab place now. But it was a hospital right here on 21st in Magnolia. Going southbound. Southbound on Magnolia. '19th and Magnolia. We have some motels over here, some old time motels. Been around for a long time. Back in the day, especially during the crack wave of the 80s and 90s. These motels were seeing a lot of action. PCH in Magnolia. I'm facing the sun, so I want to go back the other way. Now we in the 1500 block of Magnolia Avenue. A lot of old apartments, old houses from the 1920s and earlier. A lot of Spanish architecture. Go ahead. I'm hanging on the left on Cowles Avenue. Cowles Street. Cowles. That's a nice apartment. That's a nice Spanish apartment. We're on Chestnut. I'm going northbound on Chestnut. Chestnut and 14th Street. There was a rail line that the train would go down this street back 1920s and earlier, I think. That's an old clinic. Seaside Hospital was right behind me where that county clinic or county hospital is now. A lot of old houses over here. One of the oldest middle schools around in Long Beach is Washington Middle School. Blacks in Long Beach could only go to Washington or Franklin at one point. Nice Volkswagen. Washington Middle School. You should see the inside. It's amazing. They restored it, or they preserved the inside lobby. It's a nice school. So we are approaching. We're on Cedar and we're approaching 15th Street. So 15th and Cedar. We're rolling down the 1500 block of Cedar Avenue. There's a big ass speed bump over here on 17th Street.